Good morning. This is Morning Reel, curated by Ray Salazar, a 3 to 4 to 100 minute or so podcast of films of I review from all nationalities, from the beginning of cinema to what it currently is right now. And it's not looking too, it is actually a pretty good year in cinema, man. You got Tarantino working on his film, you got Scorsese putting out Killers of the Flower Moon or whatnot. I'm excited for that. And there's all kinds of up and coming filmmakers just telling their stories. And you know what's great? A lot of it is indie shit. A lot of it's from international. Barbie, I don't know, man. Barbie is probably here to stay, whether I like it or not. But you know, I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna go see it. Like, don't trip. I'm gonna watch it. I gots to. This is Greta Gerwig. Right now, she's a force to be reckoned with. Have you seen Little Women? It's pretty good. I haven't seen it, but I heard good things. Now, anyways, I'm here to talk about Coraline. It's a 2009. I saw this in the theater actually when it came out, which is really good film. Stop motion animated dark fantasy horror film written and directed by Henry Selick. You might know Henry Selick. He's worked with Tim Burton. He's done The Nightmare Before Christmas. He's done James and the Giant Peach, Monkey Bone, and Wendell and the Wild. This is the first studio feature film by Leica, and this film's about this girl named Coraline discovering an idealized parallel universe behind a secret door in her new home, unaware that it contains a dark and sinister secret. That's a good premise. Anyways, written and directed by Henry Selick, based on Coraline by Neil Gaiman, produced by Bill Mechanic, Claire Jennings, Henry Selick, and Mary Sandel, starring Dakota Fanning, Terry Hatcher, Jennifer Saunders, Don French, Keith David, and Ian McShane. Cinematography by Pete Kozashik, GOAT, automatic GOAT. Stop motion is already not a dying medium for film. You don't see a lot of people do it, and it's stop motion. It's not supposed to be, be done in like 3 hours. Edited by Christopher Murray, Ronald Sanders, music by Bruno Coulace, production companies Leica and Pandemonium Films, distributed by Focus Features. This film's very simple, but no, actually, no, it's not a very simple plot. It's about this girl, Coraline. She moves into another state or whatnot with her family. She does not like it. She hasn't adapted to their surroundings, although their parents have. They're adults, right? Kind of have to, right? But not really. So, anyways, she kind of explores the area, explores the house, and in a certain room, rather her room, she sees this this thing kind of like not coming out of the walls, but like you can tell there's something that was like painted over or drywalled over or whatever. And she soon discovers that it's a door. And when she opens the door, at first you see some red bricks. But at a certain time of night, she opens the door again. She feels this energy, and boom, she sees something going down, and boom, the door opens. And she sees just this tunnel to another universe. And this universe is so much like hers. It's just reversed. And this is what's great about like the production design rather than like the cinematography, but like costume design, production design, everything looks so gloomy, grayish, wet, somewhat dirty. Even the characters, they look gray and like it feels like life has been sucked out of them or something like that, right? Except for Coraline. Coraline remains a colorful human being. Based on what she wears or whatnot, her aesthetic is colorful, compared to the rest. And just by looking at that, one would say, like, fuck, man, like, maybe she belongs in her universe just because of the way she matches with her attire or whatnot. So she soon discovers this universe and she sees her parents who have buttons for eyes. Rather, everybody who is in that parallel universe, Even the animals have button eyes, which is kind of crazy. She just seems to have a fun time with her other family, her other mom, and her other father, and other friends, and all that crap, right? Days go by, she visits, and she can just kind of tell, like, hey, man, like, I'm like, this world sucks, man. My world sucks. No one listens to me, no one cares, which is partially true. She takes matters into her own hands. And you know what? I may decide to stay over, you know what? For a good whole day. And she kind of does, but in a weird way. She's got to put the buttons in the eyes, and that's like the last no no for her. It's like, what? I'm not going to do that. And they're like, well, you're probably not getting out of here then. Like, you're here to stay whether you like to or not. And boom. That's when the second half of the second act like just picks up, and she has to save all the universes and stuff. I'm not gonna go more forward than that. But what I enjoyed about this film is, I mean, would I say is the perfect film? No, it's not. But Henry Selick did a really good job creating this film. I mean, it's stop motion. That itself deserves a round of applause. It deserves a bow. you know, I would bow because it takes that much dedication and just the love of cinema, the love of creating, the love of just loving yourself or whatnot. I don't know. It's inspiring. It's admirable, and I mean, I liked everything about this film as far as like the aesthetics, as far as like production design. Like I mentioned, cinematography is great because it does a really good job at playing lighting. Like I mean, there are scenes where it's supposed to be raining, like raining, raining in the stop motion film. Like that's freaking tough. I can just imagine how tough it is, like just making those scenes happen, or like just playing with light, playing with colored light too, playing with like how your set, your stop motion set, how's it gonna do with this certain type of lighting? Is it gonna need tungsten? Is it gonna need HMIs? What did they use? Like you ask yourself that. I mean, I really don't know what they use. I kind of wonder that myself, but like I would imagine, especially with stop motion, you got like a whole squad of light fixtures and combinations and all that stuff. And just off the bat, because of those things, and the acting in the film is pretty good. The voiceover work is really good, and the way the masters of these built characters, the way they move, the way they react because of a certain line or two, or I feel like it's really effective. Honestly, the reason why I would give this film a 3.5 out of 4 instead of a 4. Now, not a bad. It's a good script, a really good script. It's not bad. Like the characters are written well. Um, the type of characters that we have are really good. The one thing I did not, it's not that I didn't appreciate or did not like, or the reason why I'm being a little dick about this very particular part, I feel there were certain scenes that were like just a bit too long. Like the scenes where towards the beginning of the film, right? Coraline visits, her other neighbors, right? And I don't know, I feel like those scenes didn't work for me. Not to say that like there was no reason why they should have been there. No, there's a good reason why they should be there. You got to have a supporting cast. You got to have something that will later have its efficiency in the film for the film to succeed, right? They were there for a purpose. I feel like the scenes with those characters were a bit too long of an introduction. And being that I say that, just not the overall plot. It's a pretty good plot, but it's just a little like, I don't know, like it's not corny. It's just like a super happy ending. Like I didn't dig that. I felt like a film like Coraline, honestly, should have had a more edgier ending. Like, not to say that the third act wasn't bad, it was good, but just how the film ends, like maybe it's because I saw the piano teacher, so I'm expecting like a gruesome ending, or an ending where like it just kind of doesn't make sense. So that's me being like very personal about it. Critically, I just gotta say, like, I don't know, the ending just didn't work all the way. It's a children's film. It's a film aimed for kids, definitely aimed for teens, definitely not aimed for people like me. But I love film. I remember seeing this film when I was 19. I saw it in the theater. It was dope, and here I am talking about it. And I've seen this film countless times after. I like this film. It's a cool film. I just think critically it's a 3.5 out of 4 tokes. My name is Ray Salazar. Follow me on Morning Shot Films, IG and YouTube. Check out my website, morningshotfilms.co. I will post updates of the podcast. I'll be posting, new photos, new video work, stuff like that. Got a High and Hungry show coming out. I have a High and Hungry show coming out with my partner, E-Zone, also known as Flavors by E-Zone. It's a foodie show about getting that good high from cannabis, because it is a good high. And not only that, it makes you want to eat. And why not eat some good food? Or why not try out some food that you never know you might like? And because of cannabis, you got the encouragement to try it. And guess what? It's great. Not all the time, but it's great. Anyways, but check that out. June 10th. Don't forget, June 10th, the premiere, only on BeReal.tv. Check it out. On to the next one.